Frank from Easy Dream Vacations. We have Samantha from Norwegian Cruise Lines with us today, and we're going to have a little presentation on our cruise to Hawaii with Easy Dream Vacations. We've got a group sailing June 24th, 2023, and we invite you to sail along with us. So with that, I'll let Samantha take over and give us information on the cruise.
Okay, awesome. And welcome everybody. And one thing I will say, since you mentioned groups, I love traveling with groups. I think it's a really nice way to get to know people kind of in my local area, but then also I can have my own alone time. So if I want to be with people, it's great. And then I have the opportunity to not be with people, which is great. So I really love traveling with groups. So just something to think about when you're booking, because if you haven't done group travel, it's really great. I have people that, have met friends that are on a cruise, not even a group cruise, but especially the group cruises where you're kind of, they'll have certain things like maybe a cocktail party, or maybe you'll meet up in the, in the atrium one day. And I have people that have been lifelong friends that actually met on a cruise, which is really cool, I think. So I'm going to start here with my Hawaii presentation, and Frank's going to chime in whenever he wants to. But I'm just going to start with welcome. And we're so happy to partner with Easy Dream Vacations. I absolutely love Frank, and it's always great and very important to use a travel agent. That's one thing I think if we've learned over the pandemic, which is hopefully all behind us for the most part now, is that using a travel agent is so very important. You can always go online and go to ncl.com and check out the cruise and check out the different ports if you want to kind of look around a little bit before you contact Frank. But as I always like to say, the internet is for looking and travel agents are for booking. So that's something that's very important, and you're not going to get a better deal online. You're absolutely not going to. In fact, I've got a special offer, Frank, that I'll tell you guys about at the end of this presentation that you couldn't get if you booked online, or you booked with another broker. So please, use a travel agent. It's very important. And Frank, were you going to say something?
Yeah, and at Easy Dream Vacations, we put our trips together as if we were doing it for ourselves. Actually, our plan is to go on this cruise as well. So everything we do, we'll be doing for anyone that joins us as well as ourselves. And we like to make our vacations smooth, and from your door back to your door, we want everything to go very smooth. Our plan here is to make it a true dream vacation.
Yeah, and even better, you'll have your travel agent on the cruise with you. So it'll be a little bit of a working cruise from him. But I guess if you're going to be working in an office, this backdrop here is not too bad, which what you're looking at here is the beautiful Nā Pali Coast. You might recognize the scenery. There have been movies filmed here, but one of the big ones that sticks out is Jurassic Park. So just the beauty of this Nā Pali Coast is just incredible. But I'm going to move on here a little bit with the presentation and take you to my next slide. Only Norwegian visits, we're the only cruise line that does a 7-day inter-island cruise 52 weeks out of the year. So Saturday to Saturday, every week of the year, we are in Hawaii sailing around the Hawaiian Islands. Other cruise lines might offer, a Hawaiian cruise, but the problem is they don't fly into Honolulu and sail around the islands. They fly, and you would have to fly or drive or whatever into, let's say, San Diego or sometimes LA. And that time it takes to take to sail from the coast of California to Hawaii is a good, I think it's like 3 days. So we're talking 3 sea days. And so a lot of times their cruises are a lot longer because it takes much longer to get there. And then they spend less time there because they have to get back. So we truly do have a very unique experience at Norwegian Cruise Line with Hawaii, and we're very proud of that. We do visit 4 of the Hawaiian Islands in 7 days, and we do have overnights in Maui and Kauai. I really love the overnights because, it's like, I like to call it your floating all-inclusive resort at sea. That's what our ships are pretty much. And I like that it's just sitting there and it's waiting for you, and it basically follows you around. So you can get off the ship. There's no curfew. You can get back on the ship whenever you want. You can stay out all night if you want to. So there's lots of options there, but with the overnights in Maui and in Kauai. So this particular cruise has the most port time of any of our sailings, which I really love because there's so much to see in the Hawaiian Islands. We
Well,
do. Go ahead, Frank.
I was just going to say what we do at Easy Dream Vacations is we always, for our groups, we always set up a pre-cruise hotel. So you don't have to worry about missing a flight, a delayed flight, and missing your cruise, I should say. So we'll have a hotel set up in Hawaii. So you can get there, you can stay 1, 2, 3, as many nights as you want beforehand and afterwards as well. So we're having that all set up. We'll have a nice hotel and get everything planned for you.
Yeah, and especially, anyone that's watched the news with all the airline issues lately, that it's one thing you don't want to have to stress about getting in the same day as the cruise, missing a connection or a delayed flight or God forbid a canceled flight. Getting in a day early is really important for that. And just kind of getting over your jet lag. By the time you get on the cruise, you're nice and relaxed. But we do offer up to 4 days a pre-land tour for the cruise. So if you wanted to extend on that one night, Frank can help you out with that. Um, Only at Norwegian, we were voted the best Hawaii itinerary 12 years in a row by Porthole Cruise Magazine. And that is simply because we truly do spend the most time there. I've done Hawaii land before I did the cruise, and I did love doing the land, but when you go there, it's a long way to go. And you want to see as much as you can because, some people only go once in their life if they're lucky enough to go at all. And by the time you get there, it's I didn't like the packing up, going to the airport, taking an inter-island flight, unpacking again. It just felt like a lot of work. What I liked about our itinerary again was just having that hotel following you around, so all your stuff is there, and bam, you wake up and you're in a brand new island of the Hawaiian Islands, which is great. This right here is the Pride of America. That is our ship in Hawaii. So she's really, she's built for Hawaii, lots of viewing area because there's so much to see. As I mentioned, she does cruise along the Nā Pali Coast, which when people take their post-cruise survey to let everybody know, to let us know, how did you like it? What was your favorite? What didn't you like? Um, People often say that sailing past the Nā Pali Coast was their favorite port of call, even though it's not a true port because we don't stop there because it's a very it's a nature protected part of Hawaii. So really the only way you can get there is by helicopter or small boat, or small airplane, seaplane. But people really love sailing past that coast, and it doesn't matter what side of the ship you're on. We're going to go past it very slowly, both ways. So they'll turn the ship around so that everybody gets a great view of the Nā Pali Coast. Here's a sample itinerary of what we do in the Hawaiian Islands. Again, you fly into Honolulu, and it's got the little arrows there that kind of show you where you go. You go on to Maui, you go on to, Hawaii, the Big Island, and I love the Big Island too. I really love all the islands, but I love the Big Island. I like the volcanoes and all that business. And then I love Kauai. It's just so, again, the nature of all of it is just it's so green and tropical and rainforesty and the mountains. It's beautiful. So it's a wonderful itinerary. There's lots to do. So day one, you're going to be in Oahu. You can go to the USS Arizona Memorial. Waikiki Beach is another very popular spot in Oahu, Honolulu. We've also day 2 and 3. That's you're going to have an overnight in Kauai. So I'm sorry, in Maui, and there's just lots to do there. Swimming, snorkeling. You can see the really popular black sand beaches on this particular picture here. This is Waiana Papana. I have our Hawaii Board of Tourism. Her name's Robin, and she's awesome. And sometimes she does shows with me, and she knows how she's lived in Hawaii for a while, so she knows how to say all of these, like just blah 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 blah. And I always ask her, then I always forget.
That's the same with Leanne. Leanne, my partner here and fiance, She lived there as well. And yeah, I just looked to her. I say, how do you say this? I don't even try.
Oh, look at that. You've got a local guide too.
We
She used to
do.
live there. So, Leanne will be on the cruise with you. So you've got your travel agent and a local guide, even better. And then day 4, you go to Hilo, great for waterfalls, the Circle of Fire helicopter tour. The lava tubes are so cool. You can hike through those in Volcanoes National Park. Um, Volcanoes National Park is such an amazing destination. I always recommend that if you feel comfortable renting a car and renting a car early, because it's hard to get cars in Hawaii right now. I think they're still having residual fleet issues. So if you do book this cruise and you decide you want to go to Volcanoes National Park and drive through the park, which I highly recommend, there are plenty of tours, so you don't have to. But I like renting my own vehicle there because, and I've even like coupled up, with another couple, and we get a minivan, and maybe there's 6 of us or 4 of us, and we go through the park, and you get to hike and again see these lava tubes and waterfalls. It's incredible. Volcanoes National Park is probably my favorite part of Hawaii. There's also golfing, so lots of wonderful golf courses for people that love to golf. This particular course and courses that I showed you here are in Kona, Hawaii. And then the Big Island Spectacular, just looking at these, just such interesting um, nature formations here. I mean, it's really just breathtaking to be near this area. It kind of reminds me of the Cliffs of Moher, except less of a cliff and more of just a lush tropical look to it. So it's very beautiful. Lots of options for excursions, whether it's going to be a luau. Now, Willy Willy, I do know how to say that, even though that's in Kauai. That's the port that we're going to visit there. Again, Kauai is such a beautiful place to go and to really enjoy nature, if that's what you like, enjoy the nature and the beaches. And that's also when you're going to sail past that beautiful Nā Pali Coast as well. So, it's really just a great itinerary. And not only that, like I mentioned, your all inclusive resort following you around. The Pride of America, here are some pictures of some of the complimentary dining spaces. So, when you purchase your cruise, you're going to have all of these options you're seeing here. These are all included in the price of your cruise. So, we've got restaurants, we've got dining rooms, we've got smaller venues, kind of like little burger type of pub joints. So lots of options for food that are included in your cruise fare. In addition, we do have specialty dining available on the Pride of America. And these are going to be just different restaurants that, depending on how many nights you sail, you're likely going to get some specialty dining that is included. But if not, when I sail, I always buy extra nights of dining. It's not that the food that's included is not delicious, because it is. It's really delicious, but I usually eat there at the included restaurants for breakfast or lunch. And then I like to do the specialty dining at night. That's just something that I prefer. And so I always buy extra, which you can do before you sail. And it's not, to me, I don't feel like it's crazy expensive at all. Our steakhouse is Cagney's. And at Cagney's, if you went to your local, steakhouse, you're easily spending $250 with the wine, the delicious steaks, the appetizers, all that stuff. And the price is nowhere near that. I think it's around a $40 to $50 per person margin, just to give you an idea of the pricing. Bars and lounges, we have so many different bars and lounges, just different kinds of experiences based on what you want to do for the day or the night. My favorite on the ship is Pink's Champagne Bar. I'm a bubbles gal, so I really love Pink's. But all of the bars on the ship, Ocean Drive Bar is another great bar. That is kind of your pool bar. So you're looking at it from, like you're looking into the bar. But if you turned around, you would see the main pool right there. So it's a lot of fun, and a very popular place to go and enjoy some drinks.
Speaking of drinks, for our group here, we do have the free at sea option there. So you have 2 choices. You have the option that includes the alcoholic packages or the non-gratuity. So we definitely are an all-inclusive cruise here that we're putting together.
Yeah, you're definitely not gonna. Another thing that I like to say about some of our competitors. This is about our competitors, not us. It's how much it's not about how much it costs to get on the ship. It's how much it costs to get off the ship. Because a lot of times when you're buying all this like little drink package here, you don't have the drink package and you're getting this and this drink and this drink. By the time you get off the ship, sometimes your bill's like, woo, it's really long. But it's really easy to manage that here because most everything is going to be included, with the exception of like the spa and the shore excursions and things like that. But dining and drinks, we've got you. Plenty of activities and experiences on board. Cabanas, we have wonderful cabanas that can be rented by the day or by the week. Without the cabanas, we have plenty of seating that's available that does not cost money. But some people do like that private cabana and then the private service that comes with the cabana. We do have a full gym. I always bring workout clothes with intentions of working out, and I almost never do. But when I get home, I hit it hard. But I almost never do. But we have beautiful gym facilities, so I really should. We even have group classes, like group cycling classes and yoga and things like that. So I really need to make a point to do that on my next one personally. The spa, that's someplace that I always go to. I almost always get I almost always get the thermal pass, which gives you access to the hydro pools and these chairs. These are the thermal chairs that are heated tiles and so comfortable. So I love that. But we have full service there. We've got a hair salon. Men, if you need a shave, my husband loves to get a straight razor shave when he's on board. We do massages, everything. I think they even do Botox on the ships. I mean, they definitely do. I don't think they do.
Acupuncture.
Yeah, they've got like your full med spa with actual doctors on board. So it's very cool. And then this bottom right picture here is our upper pool deck. So that's your main pool. And as you can see, when I lay out, I kind of like to do that outer area that's right above the pool deck because you can still hear the music, still kind of feel like you're getting in the excitement, but quite a bit less traffic and usually easier to get a seat. The pool seats do fill up fast, but that's just how it is. If you are bringing your children, we do have plenty of family-friendly experiences. The video arcade, even my teenagers, who are older teenagers, they really enjoyed the arcade on the getaway when I was on the getaway. So the arcade's great for all ages, even adults, lots of adults in there too. We have kids clubs. So if you have, little ones, ages 4 and up, you can drop them off and they can enjoy themselves in a supervised environment. And then we also have a card game room, which you'd be surprised. People really do love their cards and their backgammon. So it's a great little place to go, maybe before dinner or after dinner and play a game. Plenty of entertainment. So our comedy shows, hilarious, but I'm going to say our, the shows that are in our main stage area, they are Broadway caliber shows. I mean, they really are. I've been on a lot of different cruise lines, been to a lot of different resorts over the years, and I will say without bias that our entertainment is the best in the industry. We really do hire professional dancers, singers, actors, musicians. We handpick them. It's very important to us that they're all very professional and they're all amazing. So, and Frank, you've seen plenty of our shows, so I think you can speak to that as well.
I'm still waiting to see the Choir of Men again.
Oh God, I love that show. It's so good. I sat in the front row because I was like, there actually weren't any seats left, and I was like right in the front. It was great. It was such a great show. Yeah. Public spaces. So these are just some of our, a little bit closer picture of the main pool. The Pride of America was refurbished, I think, in 2019, but I can double check that date and let you know. But refurbished, for those that aren't privy to the cruise lingo, that just means we revamp her and quite a bit. In fact, we don't ever want any of our ships to be looking too old. Or it's amazing what a carpet change and a color palette change will do. to a ship to really liven her up. The linens in the rooms and the upgrading on the technology, whether it's USB ports, TVs, all things like that. So we do try and keep everything renovated throughout the ship. So we're excited about that. All staterooms got a great, beautiful new fresh look during the refurbishment. I definitely preferred this look to the, moving away from that like early 2000s, like everything was like woo bright, like a casino. I really love like a Las Vegas casino. I really love these more contemporary colors and things. It just looks nice and fresh. These are some of our studio or some of our cabins. This here is a balcony stateroom. That is always my favorite. If you can spring for it, I know it's not in everybody's budget, but if you can, it's worth shelling out a little bit more money for that balcony, because it's just so nice, I think, to have that private space to enjoy. There's plenty of places you can enjoy the views, but I really like the privacy of having my own chairs. It's just me and my husband. We're sitting there, we're watching the Nā Pali Coast go by. I just like that privacy. I also like to have my breakfast and coffee out on the balcony, which is nice. So if you can spring for it, I highly recommend. If you don't, you're still going to have an amazing time. I promise you that. Our ocean view staterooms. So again, they're going to be very similar to the balcony staterooms, but instead they're going to have a picture window. So you see there on the right, that's normally where the sliding glass for the balcony would be. But instead you've got a picture window. We also have inside staterooms. So if you are really looking like you want to go, but you want to go, with the lowest fare possible, inside stateroom is likely going to be your best option. I actually do not mind the inside staterooms. It's not my first choice, but I was on our new ship, the Prima, in November. I was in my inside stateroom for the first time on a cruise, and I didn't hate it. I thought I would hate it, and I didn't because I'm a little claustrophobic. It wasn't bad at all. Here's kind of a schematic of an inside stateroom. Those two twin beds can be pushed together and made into a king. So lots of different options. We have, kind of the beds that either come out of the ceiling or out of the wall, depending on how many people you have in your cabin. And then we also have studio staterooms. So if anyone is a solo traveler, and I feel like more now than ever, especially women are really getting out there and doing their solo travel. Just because, let's say, maybe it's hard to get I'll speak for myself. It's hard to get my husband on a long flight. I really have to twist his arm and kind of beg him and whatever. So sometimes I'm like, listen, I get that you don't want to go because it's too far. I'm going. So if I can't find a girlfriend to go with me, I am going to get one of these studio staterooms because if you are a solo traveler, you're probably painfully aware of the fact that if you book yourself in a regular cabin, you are paying a single supplement charge. So we want two people in a cabin. That's how cruise ships are built. That's how the revenue is built around them. So if you are a solo inside a regular stateroom, you're paying the same price as two people would pay. The studio staterooms are going to be quite a bit less. And you have your own cabin. They're very small, I will say that. But I did stay in a studio stateroom twice, once on the Prima, once on our new ship, and then once on another one of our ships. And I'm a 6 foot tall woman, and I have plenty of room. So it was really a great little room. Plenty of TV and all the stuff I needed to get ready and kind of lounge and hang out. Here is an overview of what it looks like. The shower looks super small, but it's really bigger. I wasn't like bumping elbows when I was in there washing my hair, which sometimes can happen if the shower is too small, for me personally. So it's a great little room.
And
Now,
most of I was going to say, most of the ships that have the studio rooms also have a separate lounge for those staying in
thank
the
you.
studio room.
Yes, great idea. I forgot about that. The studio lounge is awesome because solo travelers can get into the studio lounge. You have to have your own key to get in there. So, no one else on the ship can get in there unless you're a studio guest. And it's great because, it's like-minded travelers kind of going in the same area. You can meet other solo travelers. As a, female traveling alone, sometimes I really enjoy that part of it because I can meet other females that are traveling alone. And maybe you both want to go to Volcanoes National Park, but you're like, oh, I kind of don't want to go alone to that. It's easy to meet up with people and find, a buddy or to go with, maybe make a love connection, who knows? And as I mentioned, something that you can't get if you were to go to ncl.com and book online is this exclusive OBC offer, not to mention the amazing service that you'll get booking with a travel agent. But I also have a special offer for Easy Dream Vacations because they are such wonderful partners of ours. And if you book anytime, January 9th through 23rd, you're going to get an onboard credit per stateroom. So depending on what category you pick, so let's say I booked my balcony, because that's what I would book, I would get an additional $75 onboard credit in my room. Now, if you haven't sailed and you're not familiar with an onboard credit, you're like, well, what in the world is an onboard credit? It's basically just money on your account. So you can use that $75 to go toward a massage, to go toward your thermal pass in the spa. You can use it in the gift shop. You can use it for shore excursions. So there's lots of things you can do with that money. So it's free money just for booking with Easy Dream Vacations.
And that's in addition to, we already have some great offers with this group that we've got put together. The free at sea package. We also have up to $100 onboard credit included besides that $75 for a balcony room. And talking about groups again, so our groups, we have the benefits of being with the group are better pricing. You get to meet like-minded people that like to cruise. Depending on the cruise that we're on, since we do many different groups, we may have a group get together, like a cocktail party, for example. We've even put together group excursions in the past for our groups. And if, like Samantha said, if groups aren't your thing, you can still sail with us and enjoy the group benefits that we offer without actually being part of the group, if that's your thing. So don't let that scare you away.
Yeah. So that's it for my presentation. But just, if you have any questions, Frank is a wonderful resource, and I'm always here to back him up if there's something that he doesn't know or that his beautiful bride doesn't know. We have all kinds of information and resources to get that to you. So please reach out.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to this cruise in June. The group we have is June 24th. Sailing out of Honolulu. If that's not a good date for you, just get in touch with us anyway. We can book you on any of the other dates as well. And if you have enough people going with you, we can put together a group just for your group. So keep that in mind, and you can still enjoy all those benefits. But again, we thank you for joining us. Frank and Leanne's not here right now, but it's Frank and Leanne at Easy Dream Vacations. We're located out of Elkhorn, Wisconsin, and we'd love to have you sail with us. So thank you for joining us and have a fantastic day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks again for joining us. Here's some information specific to the cruise that we have set up sailing on the Norwegian Pride of America out of Honolulu, June 24th through July 1st. And remember, if that date does not work for you, give us a call, and I'm sure we could find a cruise that fits your schedule. You can reach us toll-free at 888-482-4691 or locally at 262-725-6775. That's 262-725-6775. You can also find all the information on our cruises and our contact information on our website, easydreamvacations.com. And remember, by booking this cruise through us here at Easy Dream Vacations between January 9th and January 23rd, you can earn up to an additional $100 per stateroom of onboard credit. So call today